For a long time, I've wanted to do a video that's sort of motivational or gives some valuable advice that people can take and hopefully use and um, apply their life. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about was the power of optimism. There are so many people that I've seen in my family, my friends, who, when they just look at something with such a negative, pessimistic attitude, that they end up stuck. They get stuck in this rut, in this box, and they can't move, and they're so unhappy still. But if they were to look at it in a more optimistic way, then maybe they would be able to think of ways to change their situation, or if not, even accept it. Now, personally, I'm not trying to push religion or even talk about religion, but there is one prayer, since I'm Catholic, that I love, and I think it can apply to anyone. It's so universal. And it's the serenity prayer. And it says, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. So this part, you just want to be at peace with what you can't change, because truthfully, there's things that are going to happen in your life that you have absolutely no control over. And the only thing that you can control is the way that you react to them. If you react to them negatively, you keep feeding off of this negative energy, and the universe, it sounds very, I don't know, scientific, but it is in a way. You've heard the saying, like attracts like. Well, anyway, the universe picks up on this negative energy, and it just feeds you more and more of the negative energy. However, if you admit this positive energy, positive things are going to flow into your life and come to you. And that's the law of attraction in its basic form. A lot of people would say opposites attract, but truthfully, the law of attraction is like attracts like. So scientifically, for example, polar things dissolve in polar things. So something polar will dissolve in water because they're, made of the same sort of energetic bonds, and that's just the way it works. Moving on, the second part of the Serenity Prayer says, so we have, God, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can. For me, I know that personally, in my life, whenever I've struggled, it's just because I'm afraid to do something or try something. And when I go back and think about it, there's really no sound basis for why I'm afraid. It's a preconceived thought. It's never something that I've experienced before. So how can I really judge this thing and be afraid of it when I don't have any experience of my own to go off of? So I have to go out and get that. And courage is something that it takes time. You have to believe in yourself that no matter what the outcome of what you do, that it was the right decision for you, and that you're strong enough to handle it. And you are. Everybody is strong enough to handle something that they're afraid of facing, but once they face it, they're going to gain confidence, and in the future, they're going to have more courage. They're going to go out and try things that they wouldn't have tried, and say things that they want to say, but they feel they're being held back. And that's definitely one of the greatest parts of that prayer to me. Also, I read in one of the books that I've been reading that there are basically two big forces at work, two big emotions in life, and it's fear and it's love, and everything else is a derivative of the two. So if you think about it, do you want to live your life in fear, afraid of everything? Because doing that, you're just going to isolate yourself. You'll be alone, you'll make decisions that you'll feel anxious, and every anger, jealousy, every one of those emotions is going to feed off of that. Versus if you're loving, even if you feel like if it's a person that you can't face, the expression kill them with kindness, if you keep coming at them with nothing but love, as they say in Silver Linings Playbook, I've got nothing for love for you, brother. The only way they can eventually react is they may not understand why you are being so loving towards them or why you're doing this, but eventually they themselves will not be able to throw the negative energy at you anymore because they know it won't faze you. That's partly how bullying works. And the third part of the Serenity Prayer, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. And I think that's really important because sometimes we look at everything and we're like, I can fix this or I can do this. But there are certain times that you need another person or you need something else to help you, or sometimes you can't even fix it. You just have to accept that that's the way it is and to move on and to try to grow and learn new things from that experience. And for example, death is one of those things. You can't bring the person back, but you can keep them alive in memory and you can learn from them. And maybe if they were an inspiration to you, live as they lived. And that's the main message to take from that. So I hope you found this video helpful in some way, and my main advice is to just, even when things look hard, I know, like I said, I just had the broken ankle, I could do nothing. I was stuck in my room a lot because it was so much energy to travel. But I started doing new things like the ukulele, and I found it was something I really enjoyed. And I just learned from being isolated, and I was so much more grateful for being able to use my leg to hang out with people, and it just made me appreciate things more in life. So if you like this video and want one similar like that, I can make something else, or if you have any questions, comments, thoughts, you want to share your experiences, please do it below. I am so willing to hear and listen and to understand. And that's all for today. I want to make another one of these videos soon. It's not just helpful for me to tell you, it's also sometimes I myself need a reminder, especially the part about courage. So I will talk to you guys soon.